Well, this is just joyous. The perfect backdrop as both sides look to clear the first hurdle. Supporters here in terrific numbers, so will they be going back happy at the end of 90 minutes? Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. This then the greatest show on the grandest stage. He's picked his way through, has to go back here. Space for him to turn and look. Punched away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Referee's given a throw. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Goes looking wide. Just eases him off the ball. Now, can they get him away? So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, N'Golo Kante. He is only one midfielder, but it often feels like he does the work of two or three. He's got exceptional awareness for danger and the stamina to make sure he can go and snuff it out over and over again if required. He's also exceptional in...
Can he finish? Now, who's going to be first to this? Iraq have the chance to go the other way. Well, that has not gone well. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Great ball, and he's in here. Camavinga did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He's being urged to shoot, and he shoots! Oh, special! That is a special goal! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order! Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Doué is flagged offside. Oh no, he's got that wrong.
France really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
That is good alertness. Chance here to counter. Conte plays a sharp little ball here. Doué has it out wide and in space. Conte. Nice bit of skill and he's away. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And here's Dembele. Dembele was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Over to the right flank. And he skips past his man. He's found a way through. Here comes the cross. And the keeper beats it away. Dembele. Oh, they can break here. Looking to play him in. He's through here. And no, that was never going to make it.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Griezmann promptly onto that, and that is that. Mbappe. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now that is commitment to the cause. France have their second corner now. Griezmann with the short one, opts to play it, shoots! So, third corner of the game. They've played it short, and this is Kante, and it's Koundé. Tries one from range! Oh, belter! A finish right from the top draw! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
France restore parity.
France really will fancy their chances now. They need to make the most of the momentum, but they have to be careful not to overstretch themselves and pay a price.
Opts for safety. And that brings the first half to a close. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
France will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
France have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession.
It's Dembele! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
He's found space here. Saliba. Kamavinga. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. He's shifting through the gears here. Griezmann. Might be danger here. He'll try from distance. Goal, France! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
France leading now.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Looking for options for movement. Tries to pass it through. Conte being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, he's the quarterback equivalent, so I'm not surprised that he's being closed down first.
This looks promising. Doué will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Dembele! Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Oh, good spread. He's got away.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, that is one way to stop him. That is a jarring tackle, but... Mbappe! It's a goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. You don't keep those out. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Iraq choosing to make the first change. So the lead now is 2.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Pass somewhat off target. Mbappe running with intent. And he's had it nicked away.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, the ball's come loose here. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Mbappe gets into a good position. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Pour le remplacer, le numéro 24, changement en cours.
And that's going wide left. Doué was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Oh, no question, that's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Good ball over the top. Now it's Mbappe. Decent chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
France visibly comfortable, now up by 3. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Camavinga. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Camavinga. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Now Mbappe. And it's Mayulu. Now this could be a chance. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now he's off and running. Conte.
Il y aura 4 minutes.
4 extra minutes added on. Mayulu. Nice control. The pressing's intense and it's paid off.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Looking for the run. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Doué. That's that, the end. France have done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
From the manager's perspective, Peter, I don't think he could have asked for much more. Well, certainly result-wise. This is a game they wanted to win for so many reasons, and his players did a sterling job carrying out the instructions. Thoroughly enjoyable.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in... On the finish! So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Someone I really like a lot, Peter, is Matthijs de Ligt. You can't get much better than him when it comes to taking the ball up the pitch into midfield and then linking up with his midfielders and his attackers, sometimes driving even further forward. He really is amongst the very best in the world at doing this.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Very nicely done. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Over to the right flank. He's picked his way through. Backward it goes. So what can they make of this? It's played through for him. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now, can they get him away? Alonso. Arsenal still without a single shot on target. Xavi Alonso. That's a cute ball. Nicely worked. Shot a goal! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Suarez really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Is number 6.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the number one contender, and he's done it again.
Luis Suarez.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Luis Suarez. And they can counter here. Looking for the run. Howson gets across to intercept that. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Timber. For Xavi Alonso. Edmilson. Driving forward. In with the challenge. Nicely spread. Can he get on the end of this? Look at the great chance! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Cleared away. Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Floated through. That is lovely. Luis Suarez! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Suarez has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
And it's Kaut. A probing pass. And now the breakaway. Now that's well seen too. Edmilson.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
out. Cleared without hesitation. And it's been taken short. No way through, so chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Just eases him off the ball. Dink through. It's Luis Suarez! Sensational from Suarez! A finish right from the top draw. And this is getting better and better.
The skill and the confidence was just brilliant, and he showed both a quick head and even quicker feet.
Things, and that is indeed the final act.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Arsenal looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time.
And there they are. Please welcome our players, everyone.
So right back into the action. That'll be a throw. Timber. And Edmilson. Robertson. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Xabi Alonso. Edmilson, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. Diaz getting forward. Oh, it's come loose. Looking to play him in. Stood up well to him there. That's a throw. Eze, who does have an assist to his name. Distributed tidily. Knocks it into space. Flings in across. Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Arsenal, with this handy-looking 2-0 lead, they are looking comfortable. Looking for options for movement. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Luis Suarez, looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Well, he's profited handsomely already in this match, and at last their sense of danger has brought them to a possible solution.
The attendance for this match was 60.
Robertson is one whose deliveries we all know about. Diaz going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Kaut. And he's quick to snatch it back. And that has put paid to that. Oh, perfectly measured that.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now he's off and running.
Arsenal have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Edmilson. Diaz. Diaz will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Real chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 14, Dirk Kuyt. Coming on the field is number 15, Messi. Substitution in progress.
Half an hour gone in the second half. And he's only too happy to take that back. It's a throw-in. So we have further activity on the bench here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Nah, he's had it taken off him. Oh, now he can run away with it. He's having a shot! And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
Well, at least they're showing some positive intent now, Peter. That's the sort of urgency that's required when you do go behind.
That's really well cleared. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Hazard. Xabi Alonso has the space to scheme. And a chance! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, it was a bit complacent there, I thought, Peter. Maybe he thinks the game is already won.
Arsenal have time on their side now, as well as a 2-goal lead. It is just about done.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Edmilson. And Robertson threads one in. Now it's Messi. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Pass somewhat off target.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. And that is headed for the middle. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Arsenal can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary and we should be in for something very special. Things already rolling. Well, now here is a young man who really does seem to have the whole world at his feet. Lamine Yamal, a player of barely matched potential and indeed of barely matched expectation.
And the inevitable comparisons that go along with that, Peter.
And are those comparisons justified?
Well, from what I've seen of him so far, very much so. There's pace and...
He's had a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
That's a decent clearance. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. That's been cut out, well played. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Robertson. And it's Neymar. For Xavi Alonso. Timber. Yamal. Short changes him with that pass. First quarter of an hour gone. Arsenal yet to have an attempt on goal. And he's managed to get free. He's free. Oh, shooting chance! It's anyone's ball now. Diaz is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. And he was quick to react. That's a cute ball. And he gets rid in a hurry. The referee's awarded a free kick. Knocks it out wide. Neymar running with intent. Diaz gets into a good position. He has found the way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
He's being urged to shoot. Not the most accurate pass. And that's going wide left. He's shifted it to the flank. Robertson getting forward. Can he get on the end of this? Real chance! Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
He's in a great position here. Takes a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
They've played it short. Backward it goes. Can he finish? He's keen, determined to have his say.
Arsenal really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Oh, that's a great run he's made from deep. Cross needs to be good. And that should get the job done.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Knocks it into space. Shoots! Goal! Arsenal! A goal at a really telling moment. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
22, Neymar!
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
Plays a sharp little ball here and smartly reclaimed. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Tries to play it through. That is good alertness. Robertson. And that is the end of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Arsenal just ahead here in a tight game. They are 1-0 to the good. So straight into the second half.
Arsenal definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Now that looks a decent ball. Well, that has not gone well. And it's been hooked away. And that's really well manoeuvred. That's a good ball out wide. And they can counter here. Aimed beyond the defence. Neatly clipped into space. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. No, that's been intercepted. Timber. Great vision. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
This their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Has to go back here. Chance, surely! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
81,007.
And they win it back again. Now it's Yamal. Yamal ventures forward. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner.
Substitution for Uzbekistan.
Corner number 3 coming up.
Coming on to replace him is number 8.
Xabi Alonso plays it short. And he shoots! And again! They want to be quick to recover this. Uzbekistan have the chance to go the other way. Spread it left. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
A heavy challenge. Nicely weighted ball.
Substitutions taking place.
Arsenal choosing to make the first change. Kaut to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
Passes short and sharp. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's a threat. Chance for a shot! And he hits the net. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Arsenal have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. It's an early cross. Tries a shot! It's loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And he's following up. It's loose now. Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Well taken goal. Back to within one. Interesting. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Arsenal have opted to make another change here, and the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of go make a nuisance of yourself.
Uzbekistan cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Can he finish? Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
That's a decent clearance.
Uzbekistan really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks and sustain some pressure. And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Cleared away into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Crunching tackle. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Neymar.